Superbooth 2026, and you got a new thing, the Blackbox 2.
That's right.
Which is a bit confusing because I was looking up Blackbox 2 and I came up with the 2.0 firmware of the old one.
That's correct.
But now this here, what is it? Is it a better Blackbox? Is it a Bento Mini?
It's a little bit of both, but I would start with it's a better Blackbox. It's the same size and form factor of the Blackbox one. It takes lots of popular requests like make it have an internal battery, use USB-C, which is more modern and more convenient, and then add just more of everything, more tracks, more depth, more features, and I'll be happy to show you more of that.
Yeah, maybe let's just start with the basic Blackbox thing. How would you sample something and play it back, and how do you start and stop it?
Sure. So looking at the device, I'll start with a new project. To start with to sample into something, the most productive thing to do is go new loop. We can record a lot of different things into the Blackbox. You can record multi-samples, but you can most importantly record loops, which means connect the Blackbox to something else, use the time sync. I believe we still have a demo. Yeah, I'll walk you through it. Synchronize it with another unit, get the audio coming back, and then press record and play on this device, and you will very quickly have a loop pre-cut to length. In this case, we're going to do a 1-bar loop, and now it's something that's already in the device. We'll do it again with a 1-bar with record to play on. So as you go, it's just going to record something quickly and immediately start playing it back. So if you can imagine, that's like whatever, playing live, something being synchronized, the synthesizer, and now you're recording. The other way to record is to go to this and create a new multi-sample. And in this way, you're connecting to an external synth, playing notes one by one, and recording that back, recording them as they come in. You're creating a series of wave files that represent an entire instrument. Then they can be played from the on-screen keyboard.
The old Blackbox had that already, and it got easier now?
That's right. The old Blackbox did both of those things. But one of the biggest improvements is that now the recording of the loops is on a single screen. You're not needing to jump in and out. You can just go across and bang them back.
Yep, that's better. Yep.
In terms of playing them back, like you've already seen how to play back these loops here. In terms of playing a multi-sample, that's going to look something more like, I will load one in so that you may see.
So that's a thing that came from the Bento. So it comes with a lot of, loops or samples that are already made, so you can construct something on your own without sampling something external.
Yes, there's a couple of important points to make there, and I can go through it again if you like. There's now an instrument database where you've got a selection of things that we've pre-built for you that have the different instrument types, have the ability to preview and listen to what you want to hear. And then, of course, you can make your own and then save that off. So it's much more working with things in bunches and bundles, like a multi-sample or like a drum rack. So what we just went through was loading a multi-sample. You can choose which type, which we did. And now we have an instrument that can be played on screen and could be played 2 different ways with a grid-style keyboard, something like you might see in the Bento, or a more traditional black and white key style thing.
And then you can record this as well?
You can absolutely record this. I'll hit record and play.
What did you do now? Is this a sequence like in the old Blackbox, or is this a track, or what's the difference?
Yes, you can record live, and that's an important question. I appreciate you asking. We've reorganized how the sequences and tracks work together. Previously, there was just a bank of 16 sequences and 16 pads. We've now separated those 2 out so that there's tracks, each of which can be a different instrument type, and each of which has its own sequences that can be switched between. So it's a little more traditional, a little more musical, we believe. So what you saw me do was record something to a sequence, and that's now available here on the launch screen. Here are the loops that were recorded earlier, and here are here's this one sequence I just recorded now. And then once you hit play here, you can jump around and choose what to play. Granted, this is not the best example, but you can at least see that you've got material to work with.
Speaking of which, does it come with additional effects apart from the delay and reverb
It does. There's
to make something like this sound great?
yes. Well, that's going to take a lot of work, but there's now several levels of effects. In addition to the reverb and delay, you've got a master EQ, which I should bypass. You've got an overdrive per track, which can really fatten things up, and a brand new feature is the XY pad. So you've got multiple effects that can be played at the same time and can be done in real time, something like this.
This is like the cross pad.
This is inspired by the Chaos pad.
Other brands are available.
Yes, other brands can do something similar to this, but having two together at once is unlike how even the new Chaos Pad 5 works. You're able to separate them and overlap them and do things at separate times. And this feature is now available on the Bento as well. So we're working in concert with the two products to make them both do the same things.
Yeah, actually last year you had some problems with the Bento that some features like recording samples weren't quite ready yet, but the Blackbox 2 now comes with everything. It can record samples from the very start.
We've done things a little bit differently. We certainly learned that it was difficult you can launch too early. This time around, we're showing it and then shipping it in July. So there's more time between what you're seeing here and what we're going to learn and discover and even fix more bugs between now and when we make it publicly available 2 months from now.
And in comparison with the Bento, it seems very similar now, with the difference that this one has 4 tracks and the Bento has 8.
Yes, so the differences between the two are 4 tracks versus 8. And there's also additional synth engines on the Bento. You've got a wavetable engine and a granular engine. But other than that, if memory serves, they're precisely the same. And we've got a beta version, as I mentioned, that illustrates these effects pads, illustrates a new step sequencer, which is a new way to work, and a lot of the other things you'll see in both places.
Okay. Is there anything else important you would want to show about this?
I guess I would love to show that we now have a step sequencer. Let's drum.
Oh yeah, exactly. The sequencer looks much better now.
So of course you still have the piano roll, which you saw a moment ago, but now the sequencer gives you the ability to just tap in pads, switch events down here.
Yeah, so that's like a regular sequencer now.
Right, that's a more traditional 808 style drop in the pads without regards to when you're playing them. And there's micro timing. Each event can have velocity, probability, and a micro timing offset.
Does it have roll?
Roll. Okay, I'm sorry, it does not. But that's something on our wish list of things to do.
Okay, and then you can take this sequence here and save it into a track.
Yes, you can absolutely save these off. At the moment, they're saved into projects, but we're certainly looking at making your own presets so those can be reloaded. It makes for a much more compartmentalized and modular project where you could bring things in and out. At the very least, you can do the instruments piecemeal. The sequences may also be sometime soon.
Okay, and how much will this cost?
So this is available in 2 months for $649 USD. Here in Europe, it'll most likely be around 700 euros.
And one more question, it feels like you've gotten into a new form factor now. Are you still developing the Bitbox, Bluebox, Eurorack or something, or did you leave that format altogether?
Certainly, we have not left the format. We've just announced that we're going to be doing a Blackbox 1 beta. So some of the things you just saw, including the overdrive, the XY pads, and some of the enhancements to the piano roll will be coming to Blackbox 1 in the next few weeks.
What about the sidechain?
Sidechain is a popular request, and you may see that sometime soon.
Okay. Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.